Newsflash, powered by Reuters.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Newsflash Roundup from Perfectly Spoken. This is your opportunity to practice listening to natural, authentic English based on a summary of 5 top stories in the news.
In the news this week, 117 die in Brazil landslides, price rises in Britain, protests against the ban on the hijab in India, Los Angeles Rams win the Super Bowl, and a fatal shark attack in Sydney. Let's begin. In Brazil, the death toll rose to 117 due to landslides and floods caused by heavy rains in the Brazilian city of Petropolis, located about 68 kilometres north of Rio de Janeiro. At least 400 firefighters were working with army personnel to search for survivors. More than 500 families were evacuated, while the power grid and drinking water supply were also affected. More downpours were expected, and the risks of new landslides were very high. In Britain, consumer prices rose at the fastest annual pace in nearly 30 years in January. The annual rate rose to 5.5% in January, which is the highest since March 1992. Higher energy prices were the biggest single factor, but prices were raised for many other goods too, like clothing and footwear. Britain is not alone in seeing a surge in the cost of living, with the US and the Eurozone hitting record levels of inflation. Protesters in India gathered in Jaipur over a recent ban on wearing the hijab in some educational institutions in the southern state of Karnataka. Several colleges in the state have denied entry to Muslim girls wearing the head covering in Udupi, citing an education ministry order, prompting protests from parents and students. Our independence should not be snatched away without any excuses, said one protester. In American football, Los Angeles Rams came from behind to beat the Cincinnati Bengals 23-20 in a thrilling Super Bowl. With the victory, the Rams joined last year's Tampa Bay Buccaneers as the only teams to win a Super Bowl on their home field. The halftime show was star-studded, as LA natives Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre united for California Love. The lineup also included Kendrick Lamar, surprise guest 50 Cent, and rapper Eminem. Finally, a swimmer was killed by a shark near Sydney for the first time in nearly 60 years. The attack took place at Little Bay Beach, about 12 miles south of Australia's largest city. Several beaches were shut after the attack. Officials were still searching for the shark. Biologists believe that a white shark, at least 3 metres in length, was responsible.
That's the end of this news roundup. Visit our website perfectlyspoken.com to create your account and access all our courses, including courses based on global news, together with transcripts and other learning activities. And please tune in next week for more of the latest news summaries and vocabulary practice.